Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Zana Taiwo. In today's tutorial, we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful, stylish Agbada Bubu gown. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe, like, and share this channel. Thank you. Let's get started to the class. So here with me, I have about 3 years of damask, but it is best advisable use 4 years or 3.5. But for those that said I only have 3 years with me, you can actually achieve this stylish bubu gown with 3 years. This tutorial is for you. So I just went ahead to fold the damask into two. Can you see? Go ahead to fold it into 4 places, just the way I am doing. Watch this video and you get it right. Can you see the way I went ahead to fold it into 4? Can you see? So after I was done folding it, the next thing I'll just go ahead to turn it over because I want to make use of the whole length of the damask. Can you see? So it is still 4 places. Can you see the way I divided it to 4 places? So the whole of this damask length that I'll be making use of, can you see the process on this video? So because I am making use of 3 years, I'll be using that center part for the rope. I will not be cutting the neckline at that center part. I will not, because I'm making use of 3 years. So I'll just use the other parts. Can you see the place I just opened? That's where I'll be using. That part will be serving for the back, and the one that is opened will be serving for the front. I hope you guys understand why I'm using that part for the front is because the front will still be opened, and this is 3 years that I have here with me. So that side I pointed will serve for the rope, which is for the collar. This is the way you can manage your 3 years for this stylish bubu gown. I hope you understand now. But please, if you have up to 4 years, just go ahead and use your center to cut your neck for the back and the front instead of using that part that I use if your fabric is up to 4 years. I hope you guys understand now. So just go ahead and mark a straight border line for guidelines. I hope you understand. So after I was done with that, I'll just go ahead and mark my shoulder. So please remember, as I've said earlier, the open part is for the front and the folded part is for the back. I hope you understand. So I'll just go ahead and mark my shoulder. My shoulder is 7 plus 1 inch allowance, making 8. Can you see? 7, which is my shoulder, plus 1 inch allowance, making 8. Then after that, I'll just go ahead from that 8 inches mark. I'll just go ahead and mark 6 inches for the cape, for that stylish cape that is on the style. I hope you understand. From that 6 inches mark, I'll just go ahead and mark my sleeve, which is 10 inches for my sleeve. You can as well use 11 inches if you want to. It totally depends on you. After I was done, I just went ahead to mark my neck width. My neck width is 2.5 for the neck width, and my neck depth is 1.5 inches. I hope you understand. So I just went ahead to curve out the neck as I have done. Just do yours. The next thing I went ahead to do is to mark out my sleeve, which is 11 inches. Please, before you mark out your sleeve, ensure you mark out your shoulder slope first. I totally forgot to do it here, but I later did it on this video. So it is from your shoulder slope that you mark that 11 inches. I hope you understand. So after marking the 11 inches, just go ahead and mark a straight line, just the way I have done. So after I was done with that, I'll just go ahead and measure my circumference. So I'll be using the fullest part of my circumference, which is my hip. My hip is 38 divided by 4. I have 9.5. So I just went ahead to mark 9.5, and I added about 12-inch allowance. I hope you saw that. So after adding the allowance, I just went ahead to curve it. Just watch the video of how I was covering it. You can use 6 inches allowance after your hip measurement, 10 inches depending on what you want. Then I just went ahead to draw it straight down to the hem line. I hope you understand. So after I was done, I just went ahead to make correction on the shoulder slope that I have said earlier on. So from the borderline, I just came down by 1 inch. Can you see? And I draw my shoulder slope. You know, now it will reduce to 10 inches instead of 11 inches. I will now have 10 inches there at that point. I hope you understand. As I said, ensure you make your shoulder slope before marking your 11 inches. I hope you understand this. So I just went ahead to cut out my neck, as you can see. So I'll just go ahead to cut out the shoulder slope and also this side. Just watch the process of the cutting. So after I was done with the cutting, this is what it looks like after I was done. So I just went ahead to separate the back from the front. Can you see? And this is my back. Can you see? This is how my back is looking like. So I'll just go ahead and work on the front. Can you see? It's in two. That's why I said the front will have opening. Can you see? So I'll just go ahead and work on the neck of the front. So I'll just go ahead to draw a v neck shape, just v neck shape, and snap it through. Can you see the way I did it from the width point? Can you see from the width? Just draw a v neck shape and snap it through, just the way I have done. I'll just go ahead to cut out the shape of the neck. Can you see the way I'm cutting it out? I'll just be cutting through 1 inch at most. This won't affect anything. Just follow this process by cutting it out by 1 inch. So after cutting it out, this is what it looks like. Can you see the shape? Can you see how beautiful it is? This is how yours should be looking by the time you are done. And this is the front. That's why I said the front will still have opening. So this is the way you can manage your 3 years if you want to. So the next thing I'll just go ahead to work on is placing my front shoulder to my back shoulder. Just watch the process of how I am placing it. Can you see? Just go ahead and place your front shoulder to your back shoulder, and also to the other side also to place it like so. And this is how it should be looking like. I'll just go ahead and stitch the shoulders together. So this is the point of where I was stitching this shoulder together. So after I was done, this is what the shoulder looks like. Can you see? So the next thing I'll just go ahead to work on is to turn the sleeve part. I'll just go ahead and turn it the way I have showed you on this video and stitch on it. So after I was done with that, this is what it looks like after the turning, and I've gone ahead to do the other part also. The next thing I'll just go and work on is to open up my sleeve just the way I have done. I hope you can see that. So from that edge of the sleeve, I'll just go ahead and measure 8.5 inches. Can you see? Measure 8.5 inches. So after I was done from the 8.5 inches mark, I'll go ahead and measure 3 inches. That is half of that 6 inches we mark at the shoulder earlier on. I hope you remember. So the next thing I'll just go ahead is to pick up the 3 inches that I mark, which is the second point, and fold it up just the way I am doing, and the 8 inches will be coming underneath. Just pick it up to that 8 inches mark. Can you see where the 8 inches mark is stopping? So I'll take that again 8.5 inches. Can you see? 8.5 inches mark. From that 8.5 inches mark out 3 inches, which is your half of that 6 inches we mark at the shoulder earlier. I hope you understand now. I'm just trying to repeat this. Then pick up the 3 inches mark, then fold it up to that point of that 8 inches. Can you see? Can you see how my 3 inches is up? Fold it up to that 8 inches. Just follow this video and you get it. I hope you guys understand now. Can you see? So the 8 inches will be underneath. Can you see? So the total, when you measure the total you have for that cape, it will be 3 inches. Just go ahead and pin it down after you are done. Can you see? When I was done pinning it down, this is what I have. Can you see? Can you see? So the next thing, you just go ahead to stitch it down. At this point, I'm just trying to pin it well. Can you see? This is what you should have by the time you are done. So you just be stitching it a little if you want to stitch it a little, or just go ahead to run a straight stitch if you want to. This totally depends on you. I hope you understand this. You can watch this video if you did not get it well. So after I was done stitching, this is what I have. I just went to stitch it equally. So at the shoulder joining, I mark out 3 inches. Then the other side also, I mark out 3 inches so that my stitches will be equal. Then I went ahead to stitch it, and this is what it actually looks like by the time I was done. Please note, if you want this cape to be bigger than this, at the 6 inches we marked earlier after the shoulder, you can make it 7 or 8 if you want to. Then if you are making use of 8, ensure that whatever you are folding up will be 4 inches and not 3 inches. I hope you understand. For those that want a bigger cape than this, I hope you understand now. So the next thing I'll just go ahead to work on is I will just go ahead to repeat all that we have done on the first sleeve to this sleeve also. There's nothing different. Just go ahead and do the same thing. So after I was done, this is what the two sleeve is looking like. Can you see how beautiful it is? Please ensure you weave your shoulder first before you do anything. Every part of this bubu, ensure you weave it if you have a weaving machine, so that it will be more easier for you. So the next thing, I'll just go ahead to join this side. So when I was done joining this side, this is what it looks like. Can you see after joining this side? So I've gone ahead to join the other side also. While joining this side, the two side, I joined it by 1 inch. I hope you understand. So the next thing I'll just go ahead to work on is the collar part. So I'll just put my collar all around to the gown. So I'll be cutting 2.5 inches for the collar. You see why I said I will not be using the center part while cutting this bubu gown. So now you can see it is useful for me in making the collar. Now that I said, you can actually use 3 years for this stylish bubu gown. Just follow the method of how I cut it thus far. So I'll just go ahead to cut 2.5 inches for the collar. So at this point on this video, I've ironed it already. Just cut 2.5 inches, then iron it. So next thing I'll just go ahead to work on is to join the two ropes together like the way I am showing you on this video. Just go ahead and join it. So after joining it together, I'll just go ahead and open up and iron. So after I was done with the collar, I'll just go ahead to pass the collar around the open part all through, just the way I'm doing on this video. Can you see? So by the time I'm done passing the collar all through, I'll come and show you guys the final outcome. So while sewing the collar, I noticed the fabric was not enough, so I just went ahead to cut another fabric to it, which is 2.5 inches. Please ensure you measure this so that you'll be able to know how many inches or how many yards of fabric you'll be cutting for your collar, because there's no way your pieces will still be remaining. Your pieces will still remain, so just go ahead and add up to it. So after I was done, this is what it looks like after I was done stitching and everything. I hope you understand, and this is it. Can you see? Just go ahead and do yours, and this is the final outcome you will have by the time you are done. So I just went ahead to measure my neck. So before my neck, how exposed I want it, I just went ahead to measure 11 inches. You can use 9, you can use 10, how you want it to be open. So I went ahead to measure 11 inches. So I'll be marking that. So the next thing I'll just go ahead to do is to stitch down that part, that collar part that is open. I'll go ahead to stitch it down. You can do it in two ways. It is either you stitch it down the way I am placing it by overlapping it like so, just the way I've overlapped it, or you stitch it down this other way a little bit by overlapping it a little bit, maybe by 0.25 inch. I hope you understand. Or this way also, either ways is okay and fine. I hope you understand. So at this point, I've just gone ahead to iron it before stitching it down. So after stitching it down, this is what I have. I just went ahead to use the second method by stitching it down by 0.25, overlapping it a bit by 0.25, and this is what the final outcome is looking like, and we are done at this point. So I'll just go ahead to stitch down the down part, turn it in just the way I am doing on this video. Just go ahead and do yours, and this is all for this tutorial and this stylish bubu gown. This is the final outcome. Can you see how beautiful and neat it is? So guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, please do well to subscribe, like and share this tutorial. It is your girl designer Taiwo. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.